What up, guys? Jason Guyman here. So, I had a question. Actually, I've been asking questions on my YouTube page of just different things. And so, I'm actually going to hit on a couple of them that I hit on because this was a question that I put out of who do you want to meet? Who do who might you want me to interview? And actually, I'm working on some of the people that you've asked. I've asked Brandon Vaughn, and we're trying to make our schedules work. And I've asked a couple other people and stuff like that. But HH Progressive put here, I think a video on someone who is struggling to keep his business alive. Your thoughts, person on direction to make improvements or on would be informative to the pressure washing world. So that's what I'm going to talk about tonight. I want to hit on this, and I've got a couple more that some of you have answered, and so that is where we're going to go. So we got Mr. George Big Time in the house. Let's get ready to pressure wash with Phil. Mr. Truth Seeker, just waiting on the king, he puts. TCs. So this weekend, we got Canada A, and then it's slow in Florida. So this weekend was soccer weekend for Jason. I had to drive to Columbus and play a soccer game up there last night with my daughter. Well, I didn't play soccer because I wouldn't get through a whole game, but my daughter played a soccer game up there, and then we had soccer today. So we've been soccering it up. It's that time of season. So I know some of you got kids and stuff like that and get to play the sports and have fun with all the good stuff that goes along with having kids and stuff like that. So I want to hit on this pretty hard because this is one thing that aggravates me more than probably anything. So I asked another question in the group. Can you make $1,000 a day? And I had 229 votes, which 86% said yes. But I had 30 people that said no. And well, 20 people, 20 some people that said no. And, you know, a lot of this I think comes down to mindset, and yes, I know it can be easy for me to say that, Jason. You just don't understand my market. You don't understand my market, Jason. And when I hear that, all I hear a lot of times is excuses. Excuses. And I don't like hearing excuses. I can give excuses all day long of why I'm not growing my pressure washing help group. I can give excuses. I got my own excuses. Because a lot of times it comes down to laziness, or it comes down to I don't understand how to do it, so I just give up. And I just, Jason, you just don't, in my market, Florida's nothing. We got $79 guys. And so there's things that we can do to help us to get to this $1,000 day. And here, don't think that I want to this is what I want. I had Big West or Big West on, or I think it's Big West. Maybe not. I can't remember his name here. I'm sure he'll be on here shortly. But he come up here and he was like, Jason, you're my hero at the Huge. And I was like, I don't want to be your hero. I want you guys, I want to be your cheerleader. I want you to do well over what I ever did. And so, asking price on that beautiful skid. Well, if you come pick this beautiful skid up, it's about $12,000, $13,000. It has soft wash system, the whole 9 yards. I'll lower the price because I want to get rid of it before winter time. But I want to be your all's cheerleader. I want you all to do more than what I ever did. I want you all to achieve things that I can't achieve. I want you to be able to do things in your town that you can help support kids' baseball teams. Right now, right now, Greg Townsend is doing things that I can't do. he's helping people that are addicted to drugs and to get off of drugs. I can't do that as well as he can. I've never taken a drug in my entire life. I've taken one Percocet my whole entire life. And I puked my guts out on that one Percocet. And so I can't I can't get to people that have been in that spot. I've been in spots that other people haven't been in too. I've seen enough druggies that overdosed and died that a lot of you all never seen. And I don't want you to see it because it's not meant for everybody. And so I want you to be able to do things that can be way more than I ever can do. I want you to be able to go out and do things with your family. I want you to be able to change your family tree so that you will do things so that your family will be changed forever. That's my goal. My goal is to help you achieve things that you would never thought you have done. Because I guarantee you, I got a lot of people in here that have done a lot amazing things that would have never thought they could have done what they've done so far. And you all are just getting started. I just got off my Zoom call with a guy that's been a garbage man for 15 years. And he's making $10,000 a week. A week. And he's been doing it for 8 weeks. So you can do it, guys. And so that's what I want you all to be able to do. So let's get started on here. Let's see. Actually, I've seen some questions or some things. It comes down to how you scale yourself and how hard you work being it. Yes, it does. How Mr. Cash is in the house. How's everybody doing? I live in Florida and I'm a weekend warrior because I'm a normal job and I still do $1,500 to $1,800 weekends, which is awesome. Man, I love the fact that you give shout outs to Greg. He is impacting lives. And that's why I'm talking. And he's not the only one. He's one of many. One of many. Andrew and Savannah, they are, they're in a certain spot in their life that they've turned around and now they're helping those people. And so that's what I love, to be able to help people. I just lost my brother last year to drugs, about to lose my last brother. And that sucks, man. It really does suck. Like I say, it's something that was one of the things that why I got out of the firehouse. I got tired of seeing people dying. And it was hitting close. It's just hitting to me. And, I had a nephew that overdosed and died. And so, it's one of those things that you can only do for so long without it mentally messing with you. So that is why I did that. So let's get started. So I did another question, and this was my next question. How much does it cost per hour for the average person to operate a pressure washing business, including everything? This is everything, including, and this was a sad fact to me. This it's like you're not listening to me. This is one of those facts that I'm not really happy with this result. This $99 at 54% sucks, because I'm going to show you why you cannot run a pressure washing business and stay in business with a $99 mentality. You can't do it. There's very few people that I know that are running a $99 an hour business and can keep it going. It just doesn't happen. Now, I know, and there were some good points in the comments. I know that a lot of people think that you can run a business on $99 an hour, but you can't. I'm sorry to show you, and I'm gonna hit some numbers here to prove that you can't do it, and be successful and have profit and not live in a trailer. So these are some things that I want to hit on, or not living off of the government. So let's get there of why we need to be able to charge more than that $99 an hour. So when I first started, I didn't know what to charge. I had no idea what to charge. The groups wasn't near as nice. There wasn't people on YouTube giving out as much information. And there was one guy that was giving out a lot. He gave out quite a bit of information. His name's Michael Kreisley. I give a lot of my business to how I've learned it to Michael Kreisley. And so when he started, he started in '07 when the downturn went. And I was like, how much do I charge? How much do I charge? And he said his goal was $200 an hour. And at first I was like, $200 an hour? Who the hell is going to pay $200 an hour for me to come pressure wash their house? There's no way I can make $200 an hour. But I followed the process. I listened and I learned and I did what he said. And so I started charging $200 an hour. And guess what? People paid it. I couldn't believe it. And yes, that's what I did. And so I started charging $200 an hour. And when this was coming, I was making more money. I was getting more people, and it was pretty amazing. And what I didn't know at the time, because we don't know everything when we first start out, and we still don't know everything. And that's one of my points is never stop learning. You're never too young to start learning, and you're never too old to quit learning. So we always got to learn no matter what. And so if you think you know everything, that's your first problem is you don't know everything. And that's why we got to keep learning and keep moving forward so that way we can keep our business moving forward. And so that is some things that we have to do to be able to keep our business moving forward. So I was talking to Kreisley, and I took some classes and I went to a convention where he was at, and he kept talking about the $200 an hour. So that's what I did. Now that's why I tell you all to the $200 to $300 an hour. And the more everything keeps going up, I'm going to probably be getting away from the $200, and I'm going to be pushing it to go to the $400, the $300 to $400 an hour. Now, as an employee at the time when I did this, I was a full-time firefighter. I was making a whopping $9 an hour. I was making $9 an hour. I was started at the firehouse, and I was making $30,000 a year. I know that $9 don't add up to $30,000 if you worked it on a 40-hour week, but the way the fire works, it's 56 hours. You get time and a half. It's on 2,800 hours and 2,812 hours, and that's how it came up to the $30,000. And so that's what I was making. Now, before I took the fire department job, I was stupid. Well, I don't know if I was stupid. I just decided to. But I was working on fire equipment, making about $60,000 a year, working on heavy equipment, $60,000, $70,000 a year. And so I went from a $60,000, $70,000 to do firefighting at $30,000. I know I don't know what I was thinking. No, I wouldn't change it for the world, because I love helping people, and so I was able to keep helping people. Did I have to change my lifestyle? Yeah. At the time, my girlfriend, which is my wife now, had to move in with me, and so we had to. I had to say, "Hey, can I pursue my dream?" I don't know if it was a dream or not. I was 27 years old, and so she said yes, she would move in, which we eventually got married. I started the firehouse in January. I got married in October to my wife Jody in 2007. And so that's the story of how I became a fireman and making no money. So the reason why I'm talking about that, when he was saying $200 an hour, can you think what I was thinking? $200 an hour, the most I ever made was $27 an hour. That's the most I ever made, was $27 an hour. Now, I worked time and a half on that because it was a state job. So there was times I would make $40 an hour. But to me, $200 an hour sounds like a lot. To a lot of these folks right here, $100 sounds a lot. And so I'm going to tell you why $100 isn't going to make it to you. You're not going to be very successful at the end of the day charging $100 an hour. So I was like, $200? Well, why? What the hell? I'm going to do it. Now, will I say I never did $100 an hour or $100 for a house wash? No, because Jason decided to do Groupon in the very beginning, because you got to try to do anything to get business and get those 5-star reviews. So I did Groupon doing $200, and then I did Groupon for $200, which they take $100. So that was my $100 to be able to do that. And so this is what I did to be able to do this. And look up Rich Dad Poor Dad. Yes, very good book. Very good book. Very awesome book to read. So, why do we need to charge $200 an hour? First off, and if you're a struggling business, what do we need to do? So I got 5 bullet points that what do we need to do, and then I'm going to hit on why we need to charge at least $200 an hour. First off, we need to have a clear vision of what you want to accomplish. So we need to set goals. What? We got to set goals, Jason? That's not going to grow my pressure washing business. Jason, how is goals going to grow my pressure washing business? That's just like a wish list. You're right. It is if we don't write it down. So the first thing I want to tell you is write your goals down. Write them on paper and put them on the wall where you see them every day. You will be surprised how much you will set your goals and hit your goals by writing them down. And if you really want to hit your goals, tell somebody about your goal. Write them down and tell somebody about a goal. And you are like 75% chance of hitting those goals. You will be amazed. I have my goals written on little pieces of paper over here on the wall that every time I come to my desk, I see them goals. And we wrote these, my wife and I wrote these goals in 2018, and we have almost hit every goal and written off every goal. I would have never believed that we could have done it. There was goals, and this is one thing that I struggle with, is of setting large goals. BHAG, big, hairy, audacious goals. And so set your big, hairy, audacious goals so that way you can start writing them off. And so that is very important. The next thing is once we have our goals, then we need to create an action plan for our business. How are we going to hit those goals? What do we need to do? What is your goal? What is your goal? What is your goal? Understand the competition and how you can separate yourself from them. What are they doing good? What are they doing bad? Everybody wants to know what they're doing good. I want to know what they're doing bad so that way I can start going after being really good at what they do bad. And 9 times out of 10, what they're doing bad is bad communication. So what can we do to set ourselves apart? Answer your damn phone. Call them back. Keep in contact. Communicate. And that will set you apart from your competition 9 times out of 10. That is something that will set you apart 9 times out of 10. So after that, we need to figure out how to get customers. 9 times out of 10, we fail because we don't know how to get customers. We don't do marketing. We don't want to spend money in marketing. And I'm going to hit on why it's important to do that and how to do and why we need to be able to do that. So we have to make sure we do marketing. We have to do everything in marketing. You know, I always talk about marketing of following the process for marketing. And that goes from everything from, everything from Facebook to LinkedIn to your website to your SEO to your Google My Business to Instagram to any social media that will bring you customers. And we got to sit there and do it over and over and over. And we got to follow the process. A lot of times what happens is we get busy. And man, we're busy working. But we forget to market. We forget to do our 5 rounds. We forget to do the Facebook Live that day because I don't really like doing those Facebook Lives, Jason, and them Facebook Lives suck. Well, you got to because it's following the process and we do it every day over and over and over and over. When it's 95, 100 degrees in Florida, 120 degrees in Florida, we still do our 5 rounds after every job. We still do our Facebook Lives before and after every job. We still do our LinkedIn posting every day. We still add Google My Business pictures every day. We still do Google My Business post every day. And we do it over and over and over. And if you're not doing it, you better be paying somebody to be doing this, because that's what we got to do to be able to hit that $1,000 a day. $1,000 a day is not that hard, guys. I had $1,000 a day. There was 86%, only 30 people so almost 200 people said $1,000 a day pressure washing can be done. And so, yes, it can be done. Are we going to have to do things to make that happen? Yes, it's follow the process, and we got to do marketing. And there is other things we need to do of making sure we're getting our Google My Business reviews, doing all the things we need to do. And then last, what we need to do is to grow our business and to scale our business. See, this is where a lot of people think that the $99 guy can scale a business. This is where they're wrong more than anything. And I'm going to show why this is wrong here shortly. Because if we're only making $100 an hour, and say if we're only working 5 hours, because I'm going to keep it easy for math, 5 hours. So $100, if you're only working for $100 an hour at 5 hours, that's $500. You're not going to run a truck and be successful and have good marketing at $500 a day. It's going to be really tough. Now, at $1,000, now we can start doing a little bit more marketing, because instead of $50 per customer to get that customer, now I can spend $100 to get that customer. And now I can go after a better customer than the $99 guy. And what a lot of people don't realize, when we're at that $99 guy, that means we're going after the houses that we probably shouldn't be going after. We're going after the houses that are not our customer. So we got to try to find the people of our customer. Now, it might be your customer and you might want the $99, but that's not who I want you to be able to do this. Because if you're going to be in business for long term, you got to charge more. Most people that I see fail in business is because they don't do marketing and they don't know how to get customers. That's why they fail in business. And businesses failing in the first 3 years is like 75% chance of you failing. You only have a 25% business to stay in business for more than 3 years. Why? Because you don't know how to do marketing. You don't know how to keep your business running. So then the last one is we have to build systems that make the most of your time, money, and energy. And so this one is important of if you want to hire employees, if you want to not be doing $10 an hour task or $15 an hour task and you're working on the better task, that's why we got to build systems. That's why we got to be able to have our employee manual so that our employees can start there and grow their business, or start and grow your business. That's why we need systems. That's why we need phone systems. That's why we need systems of how the phone gets answered, how to send the emails, how to send a quote, how to do all these systems, how to pressure wash, how to start the pressure washer. And yes, if you're building a system for your employees, you need to talk about how to start the pressure washers and how to check the oil and how to make sure that if there's no oil in them, what they're supposed to do. And yes, we have to do step by step for people, because there is no common sense out there no more. Zero common sense. You know, it's just, there's very little common sense. So if we can step by step, it makes things go a lot farther at the end of the day. So that is why we have to do that. All right. So if we do $1,000 a day, and we do it 20 days a month, that's $20,000. And if you're in our area or further north, that means you're only going to be able to work about 8 months out of the year. 8 months out of the year, you might get 9, but we're going to go off 8 months just to keep things simple. And that way you can say, well, Jason said I can work 9 months and I'm only getting 8 months. So I'm going to go with 8 months. And this is another reason why we can't charge $99 versus $200, or even $300, because we can add another 100 on here, and it's going to even make these numbers look way better. So $1,000 a day, 20 days a year, or 20 days a month. 20,000 times 8 months is $160,000 a year. Yes, guys, you can make $160,000 a year doing pressure washing. So how do we get to that $1,000 a day? Well, here's the ticket that a lot of people don't understand. The ticket behind the ticket is 10%. Let's just say we take 10%. We got to spend 10% for marketing. So we're going to put $16,000 in marketing. Whether that's whether that's signs, Google ads, your website, Facebook ads, anything that we need to. Because we're only working 8 months out of the year. So that's $2,000 a month that we can spend in marketing. Yes, we got to spend money to make money. Yes, it can be hard sometimes. But this is what we have to do, people. This is what we have to do. This is what you have to do. If you want to be successful, you have to put money in marketing. Otherwise, your business will not grow. Period. You will be out of business. Very few people I know make business and are not out of business because they didn't spend money in marketing. So, even if you got to go to 15% and spend $25,000, $24,000 in marketing, it will be good for you at the end of the day. I promise you. Because let's just say you spent $25,000 in marketing, and let's say we spend another, 10% in, or I'll even give you another $25,000 for, gas and all of that kind of stuff, maybe even a little bit more. Then you'll still bring home $80,000, $90,000 a year. And you got to write a lot of that off, or otherwise old tax man's going to get a bunch of it. So these are some things that we have to do to be able to get to these numbers. Now let's go off the same thing I was talking about before, but we're only going to do $99. Oh, first off, $1,000 a day. Our average ticket was $500. But let's just say your average ticket is $300. Or $333. You need 3 jobs a day at $333, and that gets you to $1,000 a day. And that's how you get it. Now, let's just say, and that'll take you 5 hours. So that's 5 hours, $200 an hour, $1,000 a day. Let's take those same numbers and run them at $99 a day and see why your business will fail. So $99 an hour times 5 is $500. So half of what somebody's going to make $1,000. Time we add marketing, let's do 10%. So that's going to be $80,000 a year. So that's going to be $8,000 in marketing. $8,000 in marketing. So now we're only at $1,000 a month, and we can't get very good, $1,000 a month to do marketing at 10%. Is what we're going to be at to be able to try to get to 80,000. Now, we also got to deduct that off there, and we're going to have to deduct that same $25,000 for equipment, maintenance, all that kind of stuff, and bleach and all that. So now we're down into the $40,000, $30,000 that all you're going to make and live off of. Well, if you're only going to make $30,000 or $40,000, you might as well go work at McDonald's and make $20 an hour and get your freaking insurance for free, because that's where you're going to be at. DJ just put his average ticket is $633. What's your average ticket? Anybody else want to put their average ticket up there? $633 average ticket. So he only has to really do a job and a quarter or a job and a half to come up with his $1,000 days. So that's what we need to do. And so that's why we got to do that. And so what we got to do to be able to get that is marketing, marketing, marketing. Nathan in Lexington is $677. So again, this is something that you have to do. I made $1,000 in one job to 2 hours. It can be done. Don't think that it can't. The only reason why you can't make $1,000 is a lot of times it's up here because you don't know how to charge it, and you would never pay that. Jason, I would never pay $1,000 for a job. Well, you know what? You're right. I wouldn't. Again, most of these people's averages on here is into the $400-$500 range. So we're not even talking 3 full jobs. So that's why we got to be able to put money back into marketing, and we got to be able to put a percentage in there. And that's why we want to set a goal. Set a goal. Hey, I want to make this much. I want to make $100,000, and I'm going to be willing to put 10% in marketing, which is $1,000 a month. And every month I'm going to put that in my marketing budget. I'm going to buy signs. I'm going to do AdWords. I'm going to pay for Facebook. Maybe I might pay somebody to do my Facebook stuff. And so that's how we do it. And, the one things, yes, and these are things that we can work on now. If you're just starting out, don't be going buying a website and trying to get all this SEO stuff going, because it's not going to take off right off the bat. That's not going to bring you money in right away. If that's going to be your full marketing budget, I would suggest not to do it. If you're going to do AdWords, that's money that's going to be right back in your pocket. If you're going to do signs, money right back in your pocket. If you're going to do Facebook, money right back in your pocket. So those are things that are just out there and what you have to do to be able to do it. It depends on what part of business that you're in. Where are you at in business? Where are you going with your business? Are you just starting? Have you got equipment? Do you not have equipment? Don't sit there and spend money on all this website stuff and you don't even have a business yet, because your website ain't going to get started. It ain't going to just magically poofy and bring you up all this money. So make sure that you are being smart with your money and doing marketing. Now, I'm not saying a website won't grow a business. I'm not saying that at all. But I'm saying in the very beginning, it can be very tough to get a website that's going to just start remarkably bringing you in business. It's not going to. I'm sorry, but it's not going to. So put them signs out. Go put your door hangers on your 5-arounds. Go do the Facebook Lives. Go do the Facebook posting in the groups. Get out of the pressure washing groups. Go into your neighborhood groups. Go into your mom groups. Go into your go into your neighborhood groups, your subdivision groups, and that's where you want to post. That's where you want to be able to go out there and hammer that hard and make sure that you're posting that stuff over and over in every one of the groups. And don't sit there and spam them all, but hit 2 today, 2 tomorrow, 3 tomorrow, 4 the next day. And so that's what can help you grow your business. All right, that was a big lot of talking there. But it can be done. Don't be the don't be these people here. Don't be the no. It can be done. It can be done. A lot of it is just you got to do marketing. Biggest ticket, $1,645. I seen Big Rob. That's a lot of money, but it can be done. It can be done. So we got to keep flipping rocks. We got to keep trying to find where our next ticket is. I talk about Benjamin Gregory. I talk about him on LinkedIn. He's killing it on LinkedIn, making probably $300,000-$400,000 a year this year off of LinkedIn. He's getting jobs across the country off of his LinkedIn. He's about to clean a roller coaster that's about 10 hours away from here, because he's done his LinkedIn work, and it's just amazing how that can happen. But if you don't do it, it won't happen. He just got back from a 4-hour trip up in Ohio and made $20,000. It can be done. Those big jobs can be done and make lots of money. So don't stop, don't stop marketing. Start marketing and keep marketing. And if you don't have, there's 2 ways to get customers. Open your wallet or take time. And if you're not willing to take the time, you got to open your wallet. And even if you do take the time, you still need to open your wallet, because a lot of times, there's things that can be done. I did it all personally myself, because I first opened my wallet, and, I'm going to tell you, there's a lot of snake oil out there. A lot of people telling you, promising you the world, that they will get all this work for you, promising you the world, and the world ain't going to give you crap at the end of the day. And they're going to give you some sob stories that it's going to take 6 to 8 months to know if this is going to work. But it don't work most of the time. But you're not going to know. You're going to pay them for 6 to 8 months and then realize it didn't work. And you're going to be out a couple grand and realize, well, shoot, that sucked. And that's how I learned. That's what I did. I paid almost $5,000 for a website and SEO. And I ended up destroying the website, and I ended up learning how to do SEO. And it still ranks number 1 for Pressure Wash Cincinnati. So that's what happens when we're able to really push and really do the things we need to do to be able to grow our business. Did 63 jobs. That's awesome, Nathan, with an average of $677. T, is it consistent? Work on these package deals. I meant to hit on that. Work on packages. Packages is what gets your average ticket up and what makes you that money. Because if they're just calling for a $300 house wash and you don't upsell a package, then you're going to struggle pretty hard. But if you start upselling those packages of concrete cleaning, window cleaning, all the other stuff, it's amazing how that works. 71 jobs at an average of $483. Pretty good. I made $1,400 in 3 hours. My average ticket has been $640. Today was a special day, 4 hours to wash a mechanic shop and add outside windows for $1,400. I'm not posting this to boast that I'm posting this to show you that you can be done. If you're in an area that you think you have to be this $99 guy that that makes me sad every time I see this. If you think you in this range here, the $99 guy, and this is, like I say, this makes me sad every time I see it. $99, and we're at 54% that thinks that you can be a successful business at $99. That's sad to me. I would have rather seen this $300 an hour for 54%. Not this one actually shocked me. I actually put the $99 on there to be funny. And out of 612 votes, I don't think that wasn't so funny for me. It kind of made me sad. It kind of made me think that people need to start learning how to bid more, because you can't run a successful business out $99. If you're gonna be a business of $99, go work for somebody else, because you're gonna have a hell of a lot less headaches working for somebody else than you are pressure washing. So that's just the sad truth about things. And I'm not even saying that to be mean. I'm just saying that to be true, because I see a lot of business come in and I see a lot of people go out of business. And why do they go out of business? This right here. This is why they go out of business. This is what you cannot sustain a business on $99, $100 an hour. It can't be done. It cannot be done. And I understand there's a lot to go into business, but if you want to grow a business and you want to stay in business, this is not going to keep you in business. Because you're not going to be able to schedule yourself 8 hours a day, 12 months out of the year, because this is a pressure washing business. And there's going to be times that you're slow, no matter if you're spending money in marketing or not. In this area, there's a damn good chance you're going to be slow November, December, January, February, and maybe March. You're going to make this much. Goose egg, $0. So That's why we got to be able to make the money when we can in those other 8 months. Because when we're making goose eggs, that's not good. And here's the thing: if you're just starting out, and even if you're a established business, August, July, and August ain't going to be great months either. So there's going to be some slow months in August and July that you're not going to be making that $99 an hour for 5 hours. So that's why we got to make it when we can. House wash, 380 average, gutter, part time. Rome was not built in a day. Yes, and people will pay $1,000 house washes. I've seen $2,000-$3,000 house washes. With commercial business, what's the best strategy for securing 2-year contracts with gas stations or banks and not underestimating yourself? The biggest thing is when we're talking about commercial of banks and doing more route work, because this is kind of what you're talking about is route work here. You're not going to get, it's going to be hard to be at that $200 an hour. But you also got to remember the lifetime value of that customer, and you're going to be there a bunch. So that's funny. Probably is true, though. I wish I knew how to use LinkedIn. Start learning. And I'm not being mean. Start figuring it out. You guys are smart. You guys are young. It's not hard. Download the app on your phone and start doing it. I got a whole class on it in pressurewashhelp.com/free. You can go in there and learn how to do it. And I actually just did 4 more videos on LinkedIn this past month because I do marketing Mondays. Every Monday I do marketing Mondays. So the all month of August, I did everything about LinkedIn, how to set it up, how to post, who to post, how to find people. All of that stuff is all in there on LinkedIn. pressurewashhelp.com/free. Free. Where's free at? Free. Training. Free. Right there. pressurewashhelp.com/free. As in $1 I spend in marketing, I make 10 on the investment. It's a good ROI. I love that. I'm gonna put as much money in as I can. If I can get a 10-to-1, I'm gonna put thousands of dollars in on that stuff. Get with your local small wash community and team up on jobs. Teamwork makes the dream work. Address on training this weekend, please. If you have paid, it should have took you to a page that, if not, you can sign in and it will give it to you. If not, let me see if I can write your name down here and I will send it to you, the address and the stuff. Don Griffin, unless it was signed up underneath something else. But it is in there, and even the hotel I'm staying at and everything is in there. And if you want to come to the training, you can go check out pressurewashhelp.com/in-person training. It's going to be a 2 or 3 day training, depending on if you want to do pressure wash and Christmas lights. Christmas lights is crazy. Look how beautiful this is. Look at this. Look at this $5,000 house right here. Actually, I think it was $4,500 house right here. I can't afford to take courses. I have to make money first. Well, go out. You can. Never say can't, because I got enough videos on here that you can learn everything from that. Or you can do the 30-day free and do that. When you do a 5-around, do you leave hangers or cards, or do you knock and try to speak to someone? Depends on what you want to do, Benjamin. I always did a door hanger and I left. I didn't like talking to people. Greg Townsend does. He'll knock and talk to people and usually close about half the jobs he gets to talk to. I fell behind on my sign placement, really kicking myself. Should have 100 arrive in tomorrow and buying another 200 this week. Got to keep up with it, man. Guys work. I'm out watching this live and hanging yard signs. They work. I love yard signs. I'm not going anywhere, Wes. I'm saying I'm watching this live and working and putting out them yard signs, putting out them money trees or money bushes, as somebody put on told me. Them are like money bushes. You put them things out, and the money just starts growing off of. My goal is to make $125 an hour. Let's raise that, Rob. Let's get higher than that. Okay, Jason, I put 99 there because I took it as how much it cost me to wash a house, not charge. If it was how much I charge, it would be 300. Keep busy. I'm generally about $200 an hour minus overhead. I'm a pressure washer. August sucked. It does for a lot of people. See, Big West, August is suck. Everybody celebrating, going on vacation, buying their kids new clothes. Everybody, yeah, on vacation. I'm picking up more commercial work for the off season. That's awesome. Starting a pressure washing soft vision business this coming spring. Awesome. Do I need to have a website to rank high on Google Ads? No. You need a landing page for Google Ads, but you don't need a full blown website. You just need a landing page. I've been watching a lot of Christmas light videos lately. I just came across Twinkly through your affiliate link. Twinkly is mind blowing. It is pretty cool. I don't know how well they didn't hold up. Some of them held up good last year. Some of them did not hold up very good last year. So I know Donovan had some that got water in them and went food bar. When doing lights, do you supply the lights or do the customer cover lights? Yes, we supply the lights. They're all our products. We own everything. Um, we we own them all. We sell it as a service, not as a selling process. Yes, put yard signs right when the county goes back to work. Get ready for the Christmas light course. Jason has that for the you newbies. Um, have you ever gotten in trouble for putting out yard signs? I haven't. DJ did in Covington, which is one little town that we don't put them there no more. I've had the mayor call me before, which I actually knew the mayor of this one little town, Park Hills, and I'm like, hey, dude, just leave my son alone. He's like, I can't. I'm like, why not? Question: why my downstreamer is shooting water out all even if the switch is the tip? Because it's got the little ball in it and the little ball is gone. You need to replace your downstreamer. Hit that like button. Thumbs up. Should I bother with Google AdWords this time of year? I mean, you still have September and October, depending on where you live at. It's going to depend on that. Training will be under my husband named Mark. Okay, Mark. I will look at that as soon as I get off here, Don. $3,000 you need since the 4th of the month. I'm going for 6,000 this month. Awesome. Great goal. I love seeing goals set like that. All right, time for bed. Got a roof clean in the morning. I know it is getting that time, isn't it? I charge $3.99 in Connecticut to wash a good sized colonial, $3.50 for a raised ranch and $2.75 for a one story. Jason, Diego, I have a contract with a restaurant and can I have a contract with a restaurant and I make $125 an hour for 4 hours. There are two restaurants and I do them twice a month for the whole year. Do you think that is a good price? That actually isn't a bad price because when you're doing fleet work like that, that's about where you can get a little bit more than that, but you also got to think that that's year round for you also, so that's not a bad thing because if you take that twice a month, $425 times 4 hours, that's not too bad because it keeps coming over and over. What size buffer tank on a Siamese 4 gallon a minute pressure wash? What do you mean a Siamese 4-gallon minute? You got two 2 gallons or two 4 gallons? If you got that, you could do five. You could do a 50 gallon. Or is it possible that my downstream injector bypass is pulling a little soap when in rinse mode? It can sometimes, but usually it don't. In the winter, I don't work. I know. Yard signs, a good number to get first time around. A good number to get first time around. I don't understand that question. If you need signs, you can go to wow, that's an ugly looking screen, isn't it? pressurewashhelp.com/signs. Actually, that's Christmas lights. That's what my green screen looks like. Right here it is. pressurewashhelp.com/get signs. And if you want to know what they should look like this right here. A large service, I would do pressure washing and a large phone number. That's what you want your yard signs to look like. This here is a money sign. Money. These are money bushes, guys. Set these babies out wherever you want to get money from. Just set them babies out and they'll start bringing you in. Recommend a good book for learning SEO. They Ask, You Answer. They Ask, You Answer. From Marcus Sheridan. They Ask, You Answer is one of the best books you will learn about SEO wise. Of how to write and what to write. That's what you want. If you do what they say and they ask you answer, you will rank a website way better than any other SEO book out there. Let's see here. I don't know if I got a picture of it or not. They ask you answer. I think I might even I think I had a link on it. Actually, I'll get you the link for it here. Text, copy. I'll put it here in the comments. Paste. They Ask, You Answer. Great book. It looks like this. It looks kind of fruity. I'm not gonna lie. It looks kind of fruity, but it is a great book, and you can read. I listen to it, so They Ask, You Answer right there. The audio book is $15. $15 for the audio book. Great book. I would recommend it to everybody. Keeping ads going help to keep your name out there. My off season. Yeah, I wouldn't do it too much though. 2 4-gallon minutes. Yeah, I would do at least a 50 or 60-gallon tank. When you have employees doing multiple jobs a day, how do you ensure that they schedule jobs far enough apart? How do you optimize scheduling? So what I did is I just did 3 jobs per day, or I did a money range. So like if it was between $400, that was a 2-hour slot. If it was more than that, then it would get more slots. That's how I did that. I do well cleaning gutters. I work to the end of doing that. Gutters is a good job. Nice job. Just finished my website. I need to do a GMB. Do you have any words of wisdom? Yeah, get your GMB and add your pictures to it and start getting those 5-star reviews. What is a budget? AdWords, I would probably be, if you can, do $600 a month. That's about $30 a day. Run them Monday through Friday. Don't run them on the weekends. That's a good place to start. Thank you for taking the time to talk to us. Is house washing the best phrase to put on a sign? I feel like some people, no, it is not the best side. Actually, pressure washing, I've done some studies on it. Pressure washing blows house washing out of the water. Only in certain areas has house washing done better, but pressure washing does better than house washing. How do you price packages? Every house can be the same, and do you have a minimum? Yes, I had a minimum of $300, $279. was my minimum, and then I went up from there. I fought red stains today on a sidewalk with F9 bark. Got about 50% of it up. Looks like it's dirt and mulch. What do I do to get it up? If it depends on if it's mulch or is it red clay stains. I'm surprised the F9 didn't get it up. The guy was asking how many yard signs to purchase when starting up. If you go to pressurewashhelp.com/signs, you can get 100 signs for about $350. That's signs with stakes, so that's your best deal. And this one here will add a little bit more to your sign. It'll add a little bit more to it where it's two colors, but I think it's like $25 or something that'll add to it by having two colors. So that's kind of where that is. But this is what a sign should look like. I do like pressure washing instead of just pressure wash. I think washing is, don't do this sign here. And yes, it's been a stolen sign, but do not do this here because nobody can read this sign. Nobody can read this sign more than 5 feet away from it, so don't do that. If you don't mind me asking, well, I don't know. What are you asking? What's your of insurance do you get, and how much do you pay monthly? That's going to depend on where you're at. If you are within a state or two of Kentucky, you can go to pressurewashhelp.com/insurance and fill out that form, and that's probably your best dude to get insurance from. His name's Matt. If you don't live in those states, sometimes he will email you, sometimes he will not email you back out. Just using Audible credit for that book. Can't wait to read it. Thank you. Very good book on marketing and the whole 9 yards. What do you use to take oil stains off of tar driveway? Ooh, that's a tough one because a tar driveway is the same thing made out of oil. And if you remove the oil, pretty good chance you're going to remove the tar and the blacktop too, because that's all made out of oil. GMB is pissing me off. Charles, has that thing they've been giving you a hard time with that. Do 5 stars rank higher than, yes. They can. It will help you out a lot. $10 a day in AdWords is not very good. You're not going to get a lot out of it, George. You'd be better off to go put that $300 in signs. If you can. I don't remember if you can in your area or not. Might be why I'm not doing good. My signs say house washing. Hey guys, how much did you charge to do gutters, or how do you charge? So again, I still do packages with charging that. Our minimum was $179 and went up from there. I mean, you can do $99 one, like on a one ranch 100 or 800 square foot, but our minimum was $179 for that. And we did packages rather. I know Donovan is like, if you blow them out, it's $179. If you want us to hand pick them up and everything else, then that is hand scoop them and take it up with us. That's the next price up. And then if you want us to flush them out, is the next price up. From old Australia, 108 people, only 3 likes. 59 likes. Do I have to include LLC in my GMB? It is best to. Commercial or residential? Commercial or residential? Do you do both? Why? Yes, I actually did both. I like residential for my cash flow. So the way I tried to run my business is March, April, and May. I pushed all. So I had 4 trucks. I wanted 3 trucks doing all residential them 3 months. And then June, July, and August, I would I would want to keep at least one, if not two trucks residential going if I could. A lot of times it's hard to keep them going because the work's just not there a lot of times. And so then I would do all my commercial work. So I would push all my commercial work into the June, July, and August time. And the reason why I wanted at least one truck doing residential is because of my cash flow, the cash flow to keep my guys and paid and all that good stuff. And then come back, then it wouldn't matter in the wintertime. I just kind of did both. But commercial pays a lot better. Commercial has its own, the biggest thing with commercial is you could be 30 to 60 days to getting paid, so you're sitting on a lot of money. The most time out of money that I had out owed to me was $70,000. So when you're trying to make payroll and all of that kind of stuff, is not so much fun when you have four trucks running. I filled out the form for insurance. My number was forwarded to another lady who insures 47 states, and I'm in Arizona. Okay. I didn't know that. Who was that person, or who is that insurance? Um, I just bought it. Thank you, Jason, for those books. They are a mind changer. They are, man. Keep learning. Don't ever stop learning, guys. Don't ever stop learning. Hey, congratulations. High five. Just got 55-star reviews. That's amazing. That is awesome. That is awesome. Mine sign said house washing. I've changed it to pressure washing. New ones will be doing better. Do you have a specific contract for your customers to sign before you work on their house? And how do I get one? I do not. Just because they sign something doesn't mean that it's going to make it all better. They're still going to sue you or do stupid stuff. I did have a disclaimer that I sent out with all my quotes. Actually, it wasn't with my quotes. It was with when they signed. It was in my follow up for scheduling. Making sure everything's away from the house from 15 feet, making sure the water was turned on, making sure I had a good spigot, all of that kind of stuff. And that's at pressurewashhelp.com/free, which you can get it there. My gutter cleaning starts at 150. I am 16 years old in Texas, and I don't know how to register my business since I'm not 18. You shouldn't have to be 18, man. Go to the Secretary of State of Texas, and that's where you can fill out the register your business, and then you will need to go to the IRS and get your EIN number. Those are the two things you have to do. I don't think you have to be 18. You're a good dude for helping others. Thanks for the command. Best toes reels, Mr. Boner. Um, Anything that has them in stock. There's not a lot of stock. There's the new King ones. They're not too bad of a reel. I've used the Cox reels, the cheap blue Cox reels, the General Pumps. I've used those where you're young and that. I wouldn't go crazy on those. Go. I wouldn't get too expensive off them. I'd go for the cheaper ones. Um, what's a good price per square foot for concrete washing around motel and anywhere from about 25 cents to 30 cents. Sometimes if you got a whole lot, you can drop down to 20, but the lady was from Joseph D. Walters out of PA. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of them. Sorry. Um, they won't, they won't, they will not cover for a lot of things. But that's pretty cool. If that's the cheapest, then go for it, dude. Is it possible to have a short list of services on GMB without it being part of the business name? I noticed the business name, and after the business name, it said house washing, roof washing. That's actually Black Hat tricks for SEO. It will help you to rank, but if you flag that, if you flag their Google My Business saying that's not the name of their business, they can lose their whole GMB. So that's if it's not part of your name or it's not part of a DBA, that is dangerous to play that way. When it comes to reels, just buy the cheap ones. Don't run through them and just use them for holding. Yep. Um, Having a hard time finding insurance company that will cover roof cleaning. They all hate me. Try to find somebody local. If you go to, if you, I think if you type in pressure washing insurance, I did a video with the guy that I had put on there, Mike, and in there he gave a code. I don't remember what the code was that needs to be for the insurance that you can take somewhere local and do that. So that's something you can do. Thanks for the super chat. I appreciate that very much. That's appreciated. Um, so again, if you wanted to learn in-person training, I'm having one this weekend in Raleigh. It is Friday will be all pressure washing. Saturday is going to be all business, how to get business, all of that good stuff, how to market, how to start your business, how to do sales, and then we're going to talk about safety. We're going to have aerial safety. We have a lift truck that we can do aerial safety out of. So that will be Saturday, and then Sunday is Christmas lights. If you it's all day Christmas lights. You can either do Saturday, Friday, or you can do Sunday. I can't freaking talk. You can either do Friday, Saturday, or you can do Saturday, Sunday, or you can do all 3 days. And there you will be able to learn everything there is for Christmas lights. If you have employees and you want to send a just employee on Christmas lights on Saturday, or I'm sorry, on Sunday, you can do that. If you have you and your spouse or something, you can sign up as a employee and get the whole training the Saturday, Sunday. But it is something that is it's hands on. You actually get to pressure wash. This isn't Jason showing you how to pressure wash and you don't get to pressure wash. You get to pressure wash. You get to hang lights. It's a very hands on class. It's with the Christmas light course, it does come with $250 credit for a $250 credit for you to be able to buy $250 worth of Christmas lights. So that is something that you're doing. Jason, when are we going to start doing Christmas while training? I don't know. But yes, that is what is coming up. So if you want to check out pressurewashhelp.com/free, right now I do have the online version of my Christmas light training in here in that pressurewashhelp.com/free. It will be going away here shortly. I'm hoping to have the new one up by next Tuesday, but I don't know how that's going to work. So I think I might have been more. That's my goal. And remember, when you set goals and you tell somebody, so I'm telling you, it's 75% chance I can get it done by next Tuesday. Do you have customers who pay or would be willing to pay in monthly installments? I know people that do that. Just started and built my rig. Been there. It is great training. It is great training. And yes, Mr. George has been there. If anybody wants to buy a rig, I got one for sale. This rig here, it does have, I just put the hose reel on it here for the soft wash system. It's going to have a box up here, this way somewhere in the front of it, that's going to have the soft wash system in it. So it's actually going to be it's an 8 gallon a minute soft wash system. I know I was asking 14 for it, but I would take 12 for it if anybody wants it. If you want it and then you're going to be at Raleigh, I will give you free training also. You'll get 3 days free training if you buy it for the Raleigh training, and I will drive it to Raleigh and you can have it in Raleigh. So it will come with training if you want the training. It'll come with pressure washing training. I'll do the pressure washing and Christmas light training. $12,000 and it's yours. It's an 8 gallon a minute pump. It is 50 gallon water, 50 gallon soap. So it's a pretty awesome rig. It can make you a lot of money at the end of the day. But yes, that's what I'm willing to do. How much does it cost and where do we have to be to get it? When do we start in-person training? Well, in-person training is pressurewashhelp.com/in-person training. I'm planning on doing the next training next month. Will the all-inclusive deal still be available in the membership? Um, I don't remember what the all-inclusive deal is. Sorry. Right now it is. But I don't know. So hope you all have a great weekend. Again, tomorrow night. So I will be doing a Christmas lights on my Christmas light channel, christmaslightshelp.com/YouTube. I'll be doing a live on there at 9. If you are in the membership, tomorrow night is Marketing Monday. And this month, I'm talking all about SEO and website stuff. So you don't want to miss out on that. And I'm giving away my secret tool at the end of this month of how to be successful with your website and how I do it. And it's pretty awesome. So you want to check that out too. Do you think the Holyfield fight was stopped early? I don't know. You have to be careful with those insurance companies. Most of them don't cover roof cleaning. Yep, you're right about that. You are 100% right about that. So, hope you all have a good week this week. Set your goals this week. What are your goals? Set them and make sure you write them down. Tell somebody, and you will hit your goals. So, have a great night, and I'll see you tomorrow night on either the marketing channel or the Christmas light channel.